So many people make this game a lot more difficult than it really is, right? This is a 12-year-old's game, but we somehow believe that it can't be as basic as it really is. We bring our doubts, our fears, our intellectual and emotional and psychological baggage. The market doesn't have those things, but we bring those things and make the game a lot more difficult than it is. The markets have three things that it does over and over again: up, down, sideways, up, down, sideways. That's not very involved. That's primitive. And if you know how to handle yourself in each one of those three states, you should probably start having an okay experience. But it doesn't feel that simple. It doesn't feel that primitive or basic because we bring our own complexity to the game. Think about this, guys. Microsoft trades the same way for you as it does for me, as it does for Warren Buffett, as it does for anybody. What is our number one problem? We're fighting what the market is doing. When the market is going up, we're trying to think that it should go down. When the market is going down, we think it should be going up, but we never focus on what it's doing. And so most of our problems go away when you just focus on which one is it doing, and let's go that way until it changes. Trading what's in your face, trading what is obvious, trading what is real, trading what is going on right now, not what you think is going to go on, but what is going on right now. Most traders will start doing okay if they just say, look, which way is the market's winds going? Oh, this way? I go that way. Or wait a minute, winds are blowing this way? Okay, now I go that way. The game can be as simple as that. Now we need three tool bags: a tool bag for up, a tool bag for down, a tool bag for sideways. And so now if we match the right tool bag for the right now, we eliminate a big percentage of our problems. Still no guarantee that you're going to be successful, but it makes the move or the journey towards success a lot easier. So once you have the proper foundation in place, okay, I don't buy moves that are far away from their origin. I don't buy moves that are away from the 20-period moving average. Once you have those, you will not be led astray very, very frequently. So now it just becomes a numbers game. All right? Out of abiding by these principles 20 times, where does that leave you? Do you have more money after the 20th time than you had on the first time? And if you don't, something's probably wrong. We have to find it. What is your win-loss ratio with 20 times? You have to know that. Which symbol or stock was responsible for your biggest win? Which symbol or stock was responsible for your biggest loss? What price range do you tend to do best at? What price range of stocks do you tend to do worse with? Once you start collecting 20 trades by 20 trades and keeping track of all of these statistics, you begin to know your own numbers, which means that you begin to know yourself as a trader. You begin to know who you are, and it is only after you know your numbers and know yourself that you can go to work on your weak spots, and you can go to work at accentuating what you're strong at. Everyone is searching for what works. That's not effective. It's the hard way. It's the long way. In fact, trying to find out what works is responsible for most deaths in this business. What if you just started to discover what doesn't work? Think about that. It's hard to find what works, but it's not hard to find what doesn't work. That's the easy part, right? So why don't we just start trying to discover what doesn't work? Okay, this doesn't work. Now you never do that again. Never. This doesn't work either. Never do it again. Do you realize that if you go through this process, not this, not that, not this, not that, eventually you run out of things that trading properly is not. Eventually you arrive at what does work. They're like, Oliver, no, that seems like a long time. Just don't you have some tactic that just works from my first day? Sorry. My tactic won't work for you. You have to take the tactic and gain experience, your own experience, and then your experience will flow through the tactic.
People who are high achievers avoid negative people like the plague. If you've got negative voices in your life, I am telling you, you better find a way to silence them. I don't care if it's moving to a different state, a different town. I don't care if it's separating, but I am telling you now, you better get them out of your life. If you ever want to be a high achiever, you can't have that bombarding you every moment of your existence. It just doesn't work that way. Your existence today and your dreams today, your desires, these are yours. They are unique to you. They come to you for a reason. They're not just randomly chosen. You can't have a desire or a dream randomly. It's psychically connected to something very deep in you, and you have to protect that. You can't let people poke at that and punch holes in it, and you can't leave it exposed. You protect that at all costs. High achievers do this. And when you're screwing up, mark it down. Don't just say, oh, I hope today is different. Do it mathematically. Keep a list of your most frequently committed errors. Chop that list down. Say, listen, can I get through the next 4 trades without committing this error? Oh, yes, I'm going to reward myself. Now let's go the next 4 trades without committing that error. Let's get 20 trades in a row without committing that error. It's gone. Errors need to be fed to survive. You wake up. What can I do different today? What can I do better today? You should wake up with that. You should go to bed with what you're going to do tomorrow. Better. What you're not going to do, which is a mistake from yesterday, and what you're going to do more of that's good. You should go to bed with that and wake up and say, yes, today is going to be a better day than yesterday. You find yourself by removing the false part of yourself. You find the right thing by discovering what is the wrong thing. Not this, that's not it, cross it off the list. Not this, that's not it, cross that off the list. Cross enough off the list. Get rid of enough that you clearly see is not good, is not right. You first go through a period of understanding what proper trading is not. You don't start to see the light on day one. You don't know what you're doing on day one. You don't have any freaking clue of what's good trading and bad trading on day one, but you can know what it is not.
Discipline is something you work on step by step in a methodical way. And there are a variety of drills that are designed to build discipline in a trader. And this is what a great deal of people out there don't have. They think that they can do this on their own. They think that they can read a book and then from that book start trading successfully. Seriously? Would you trust a relative who needed a heart surgery as someone who just finished reading a book on heart surgery? Crazy. You can't read books and think that I've read all of these books and now I'm going to transfer what I've read into them. That doesn't work that way. You know, time is money. Time is of the essence. And so when you try to do this on your own, or even when you try not to do this on your own and it's with the wrong person, it is truly a very, very sad thing because you wind up wasting critical time. And time is not equal to experience. I get so many traders that come to me and say, well, Oliver, I've got 8 years experience. And I say, no, you don't. You actually have 8 years of negative experience. You're minus 8 years. So the person who has 0 experience is actually ahead of you. You've lost intelligence. You've lost knowledge. You know why? By accumulating all of this nonsense, all of this junk, the wrong ideas, the wrong belief systems. To get out there and think that without guidance from someone who's been through everything that you're going through, that you're going to go through. To think that that's the shortest route to success, my God, that's an eternity. That's the route of eternity.
What is it that you are working on in your trading right now? Do you have that written down? Or is it like, I just hope today is different, Oliver? What are you working on today? Before you take your first trade, what is your goal today? I'm not talking about, I just want to make a lot of money. No. What are you eliminating today? What have you just promised yourself? I will not commit this again. Never again. I'm going to go into the first trade today, not committing this error. Now let's go. You're going to have that written down. Achievers have lists and they mark things off. Okay, how many of you have your 5 biggest faults written down on a piece of paper? Do you even have written down what is the strongest buy signal that you know is? Do you have that written down? Most people don't even know what a buy opportunity is in the market. They just say, I think it's going to go up. That's the trading strategy. I think we've bottomed here. I think that's the trading strategy. How many of you have your method written down? Have lists. List of things you're working on in your trading.
What's up, Doc?